Hi, hello, all you beautiful souls. Thank you for joining me today. Today, we are talking about this very extremely powerful energies and life transformational period that's happening now with the partial solar eclipse at the new moon, the 25th. And these energies that I'm going to talk about today, so I'm going to make two parts on the solar eclipses. So today it's about the partial solar eclipse, which is from the 25th of November until the 25th of October until the 8th of November. Okay, so extremely powerful and important period. I'm Carmen Delport, multidimensional healer, quantum healer, and channel. So like I say, it's so important, this period that's coming up. So it is vital that we take the time now to just understand what we are going through. So when these things are coming up inside of us, that we know what's happening and we know what to do about it. So this period, the new moon partial solar eclipse, is huge transformation. It's a time of change. We're specifically looking at now at love and relationships. That is the biggest theme. Finances, childhood, past lives. Okay, so those are the big themes that's coming up. So it's bubbling up inside of us, these emotions that we just don't know what to do about, or we have these epiphanies, these aha moments, realizations, and we don't know, and I'm seeing this in my clients, they don't know what to do with this. This is coming up, anger is coming up, or frustrations or realizations, and they don't know what to do with it. So it's very important now to find the help, okay? So quantum healing, hypnosis, energy healing, anyone that can help you release this and understand this and heal this. Because like I say, this is a period of transformation. What does that mean? We are making new decisions, new choices. Okay, so relationships, we are looking at relationship we have with those around us. How we give love, how we express our love, and how we receive love. Now, since the last eclipses in April, beginning May, we have been working so much on that, on our self-worth, our boundaries, and understanding ourselves. So we have now got a new understanding of what we need in a relationship and how we express ourselves. And we've got a new understanding of what we are willing to accept in relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, and work colleagues, business. So if anyone has been pushing your boundaries, now you're going to make the decision on how you're going to approach this. You're not going to put up with it anymore, because your self-worth, your self-love has increased beautifully the last few months. So we're looking at our relationships, what we are willing to accept. So relationships that are weak, that's unstable, those are the ones that will be crumbling now. Relationships that are strong, they will be strengthening as we're communicating clearly what we want and what we need, and also how we are giving. There's also in friendships. So if there's friendships where you've been giving so much but not receiving back, you are looking at these now and going, okay, I've put too much energy into that. Let's step away from this. Or you can also be looking at friendships where you realize that these are important friendships that you have not been giving enough attention. Maybe you've been ignoring them or not treating them as kindly as you should have or actually wanted to. So this is a time of deep reflection around relationships. Also, childhood memories are coming up, suppressed memories, maybe from experiences that were so hurtful that you didn't understand, that was suppressed for all these years. That is coming up now. Why is it coming up? Because those memories has created the person we are and how we give and receive love. So also coming up, how did we receive love as a child? How were we noticed? How were we validated? How were we feeling secure and loved? That were creating the person that we are now, the unconscious programming. So you now realize that you don't want to be maybe acting in a specific way in a relationship, and you realize it's coming from the suppressed childhood memory or from a way you were brought up. So we're doing some beautiful deep work in the next 10 days. So with these topics that I'm now talking about coming up under this eclipse, there is no start date and end date. This is just the realizations, the aha moments that are making the changes, the start of the action. And then it will play out over the next few months. Okay? So this is a time of deep reflection. Karmic cycles are being completed. So lessons are coming up to be reviewed. So lessons about relationships. So if you've been doing the work since the last eclipse, April, May, this eclipse now will be the healing, the release, the action coming up to be taken, the beautiful realizations. If you've been, like I've been seeing in some of my clients, not doing the work, but avoiding it, because it's so nice to hang on to what's familiar. It's so nice to hang on to. It's so easy to hang on to the pains of the past, the not letting go of that. This now is going to crack it wide open. And you will be going deep into those cracks and working through that. So very important the next 5-6 days to slow down so that you can do this work, so that you can have these realizations. Because you're also going to look at your choices now. You might be changing your mind. because we're looking at relationship and finances in this period, so work, you might be going, actually, I'm going to change the way I did that because that is no longer in alignment with me, or it's not giving me the results that I was expecting, or it's just not working out. So now is the time we're changing our mind. We are making new decisions about work and relationships. Past lives are really coming up now in the next 2 weeks. Okay, so if you're getting those emotions, those feelings that you just don't understand, that's the past lives coming up again to help us in this beautiful healing, to complete these karmic cycles and soul lessons. So get the help from someone like me to help you. Maybe do past life regression. Go to a healer that can help you, a spiritual coach that can help you. Also, the veil between us and the spirit world is the thinnest on the 31st of August. So a lot of communication is coming through. A lot of guidance is coming through, which will be beautiful because we will just be receiving it and trust it. If we've been doing our work the last few months, we are now trusting our inner guidance. So we will be making decisions on this new guidance we are receiving. But also with these energies, don't expect things to be crystal clear. Okay? So fears are coming up. Old fears are coming up. Fears around relationships. Fears around finances. And we see what we need to do. We see where we want to be, where we're going. But the steps are not clear. But don't worry about that, because that will all fall into place. We will receive that over the next 4 weeks. Okay? So don't be so stuck in the detail. So a lot of truth is coming to light in our own world as well. So if there was any secrets in relationships, or you didn't want to speak a truth in the relationship, or you were hiding something in the relationship, whether that's at work or a love relationship or a friendship, and in the world, this is now coming to the front for us to see and to make the changes. So in the world, we will also be seeing a lot of change over the next 2 weeks. We will be seeing a lot of activities in nature, like earthquakes and tornadoes, or all kinds of things happening. But these are also happening inside of us. So all we can do is focus on ourselves now. So don't go into fear about what's going on in the outside world. Just focus on this inner you. Okay? So where do we want to invest more energy? Which relationships? Where in our work do we want to invest more energy? That will give us what we need now, what we want now in our lives. So this is a very powerful time for manifestation. So we're becoming clear on what we want. So also coming up something deep inside of ourselves that we are meant to understand about ourselves. So it's important to spend quiet time, slower time in nature to understand what's coming up. So these are all happening for us. It's not against us. This is all happening for us. And if you really, now is the time to get help. If you are really struggling with where you're going in your journey, you don't understand what's happening, you don't know where to go, dark night of the soul. Now is the time to get the help over the next 6 weeks while we're in this eclipse energy, where we're making profound changes that will be playing out for the next 6, 7, 8 months, even longer. Okay? So if you've done all your work, this period will be beautiful. Okay? These transformations are needed for us now so that we can live our most authentic self, be our most authentic self. So we are peeling away what's no longer needed. So in business, there will be heated discussions as we are making new connections. We are getting new ideas. So passionate discussions, I should say, passionate. Where are we going? We're dreaming, we're building. New friendships are also being created. New partnerships are being created to go forward with this new you, what you want, who you are, collaborating, our future, our visions are coming through. So deep healing, again, deep healing, and accept that this is a period of deep healing. Accept it. So today we're just talking about this partial solar eclipse, okay? So we're getting to know ourselves even better. As we're looking at the childhood, the inner child that's coming up, past lives, relationships, how we want to experience love, how we express ourselves now, okay? And we're looking at our daily lives. What do we need to do in our daily lives that will reflect who we are now, that will reflect what we want in our lives? So we might be changing our routines to come into coherence of who you are now. So also you'll be looking at your diet, because on our spiritual journey, our diet, is also changing. Okay, because we're becoming more aware of the influence of what we are consuming on our beautiful beings. I'm seeing this in my clients as well, becoming really aware of their health and what they need to change in their diet. So as a holistic health coach, I've been helping my clients make some important changes to their diets and how they look at food. So because there's so much happening in this period, you might become anxious because you don't quite know if what you are doing is exactly right, because we like to control, and also because we're not getting clear answers yet. So you might become really anxious. Just relax, trust the process. This will all be falling into place. So this is all about our self-worth, our self-love that we've been working on, boundaries. So whatever is out of alignment, that's what we're going to work at, okay? So we have to focus in this period on doing this work. Every day, do the steps you need to do to be the person you want to be. The person that's your authentic self. Not your ego self, your authentic self. So coming from your heart. So connect to your heart, connect to soul. So we're making big shifts, big advances, okay? So I'm sending you all lots of love for this beautiful period that's coming up. It's going to be intense. Just go with the flow. Take the time out to reflect. Take the time out to do the work. Get the help. But I have to say this, don't make any quick decisions. This is a time to slow down. This is a very important note, okay? Because as we're looking at relationships, you might be going, this is not what I want anymore. This is not working for me anymore. But as we're working through the next couple of weeks, you might be coming to the realization that actually this person in my life, whether it's a friendship, a work colleague, or romantic relationship, is actually exactly what you want. You just need to make some changes. You just need to understand each other better. You just need to communicate better. Okay? So don't make any quick decisions. This is not the time for it. Slow down. Let the knowingness come. Trust your intuition. Have beautiful, strong boundaries coming from self-worth, self-love, and knowingness of who you are now and who you want to be. That is all what we're doing. Sending you all much love. I will bring out the next video on the 7th of November for the next eclipse to support you there. A very powerful period, people. So please do what you need to do. Sending you all so much love in this beautiful time. I'm available for healing sessions, spiritual guidance via Zoom, wherever you are. Much love to you. Bye.